What's up everyone? Today we're going to be talking about XL Medicham. Is it worth building one? You know, I built one myself. It's a rank 4 Medicham. It's 7 attack, 15 defense, 14 HP. Luckily, it only had to go to level 49, not to level 50. So that saved me around 40 XL candies, which is quite massive. And the main benefits of XL Medicham is just its bulk is increased so much. You already see it in this matchup. Normally, Medi would not be able to take these two Leaf Blades and the Snarls, but XL Medi can take them. That's already a huge benefit. So, is it worth building XL Medi? Yes. Just for the extra bulk, it's definitely worth building one. And I would advise you to build like as high of a level as you can. But even if you build like a level 44 one or level 45 one, it's still alright. You know, if you compare the level 50 rank 1 XL Medicham versus the level 40 Hundo, it gains around 40 wins. If you compare the level 45 with the Hundo, it gains around 30. So the difference is not that big, especially if you look at the meta. In the meta, the only matchups XL Medicham really pick up is Azumarill. If it has Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, Psychic Medicham, XL Medicham can beat it, but it already beats that Azumarill starting at around level 43.5. So you really don't need that high of a level Medicham to pick that one up. And also Toxicroak. Regular Medicham, the matchup versus Toxicroak in a one shield is very close, but XL beats it, and that's also already starting from around level 42, level 43. So you really don't need that high of a level one. But it definitely does help. So definitely build the highest level you can. But if you only can make like a level 44 one, it's still fine. It's still better than the Hundo. And still really good. So definitely go check it out. Alright, let's just talk about the battles now. I'm bringing this Lapras double fighting team. I think it's pretty cool. I lead into a Venusaur right here, which is a decent matchup for Shadow Lapras actually. I can just burn 2 shields, farm him down, have a bunch of energy for the next Pokemon. In comes Sableye. Pretty bad because both of my mons in the back line lose to it. Luckily, I can probably get off 2 Surfs versus this thing, and Sableye probably can't really farm me down, or it's gonna get really low health. I'm just gonna stay in right there. I need this Ice Shard damage because counters won't really do that much. Important to note, this is not a return Sableye. It's not a purified Sableye, so this can only be a Shadow Sneak or a Foul Play. Goes for a Foul Play. That does nothing. It's like a really low damage compared to the regular Medicham, which is really nice. I can just farm this down. It's pretty big. He steals the Venusaur, so if he brings out the Venusaur, I'm definitely gonna have to Ice Punch it. What would he have in the back? Usually with this team, it's like Stunfisk, so I'm really hoping it's Stunfisk or another like tank, and it's Dugong, which is just perfect. I just swapped to Deoxys right here. In these battles, I kind of switch around between Psycho Boost and Rock Slide because I really didn't know what to use. In this lineup, Deoxys is kind of a safe swap, and I think in safe swap you really want the Rock Slide. But Psycho Boost is also really nice, just to get off some heavy hitting damage versus neutral targets. And also like Mud Boys that like to swap in versus Deoxys. But against the Flyers, you really want Rock Slide, or against Marowak, you really want Rock Slide. So it's kind of tough, and I really want Thunderbolt for Azumarill. Alright, eventually, this is the worst thing I can see. Beats everything on my team. I'm just hoping to chip it down with Lapras. Can I do it? I'm calling the lunch right here. It's my only play. But he discharges. And I think in this match, yeah, I'm running the Psycho Boost Deoxys, which just makes this matchup way worse. This matchup is kind of decent with Rock Slide Deoxys. He swaps into his Medicham. I go into my own Medicham. This Medicham is also XL, but slightly less XL than mine. I shoot this predicting the Psychic, but he power-up punches me. Oh, that's so good. Wait. Why did I don't think... That's a dumb shield, because he wasn't even at the Psychic. Wow. I think I was asleep during these battles. Alright, alright. Well, this is why you should watch back your battles sometimes, because bad, that's a bad play. And he survives 1 HP. That's the XL coming through for him. Does he get another Psychic? Yes, he does. Oh, this battle is just a disaster. Well, you're seeing some quality Medicham gameplay, at least. Just not on my side of the battlefield, but my opponent really showed off the power of Power Punch Psychic Medicham right there. I'm running Ice Punch myself. I like the coverage versus things like Altaria and Tropius, and also just like a lower energy damaging charge move. Power Punch definitely has play. If you can bait and then Psychic, it does a lot of work. All right, Swampert lead. It's pretty good for Lapras. If I just get off 1 Surf, I can farm him down. But I really want to preserve health on this Lapras. Seeing as he didn't swap out of the Swampert, I'm guessing he doesn't have like a good answer in the back. I can just farm this down. I shooted the Sludge Wave, and now I don't have to shoot again because he doesn't get to 2. It's the power of Shadow Lapras right there. Against regular Lapras, he definitely would have reached it. In comes the Skarmory. I'm just gonna throw Surfs. Keep throwing Surfs. My Medicham doesn't really want to see the Skarmory, but Deoxys has decent matchup. So if I just stay in here, get off the Surfs, let my Lapras go, and then take it out with my Deoxys, I should be fine. If you like Medicham versus Skarmory is actually not that bad though, but you need shields. XL Medi can beat Skarmory in the 2-shield scenario, which is really nice. Just going straight Ice Punch. So keep that in mind when you're building your teams. I was running a team with Medicham lead earlier, and I came into a Skarmory and I just 2-shielded, Ice Punched him down, and that's just really nice to do. But in this match, I'm just gonna expand my my Deoxys on the Skarm. I was expecting Bravert, so I shielded. In comes the Drift Blim. Kinda bad. But the good thing is, Ice Punch is 6 counters, which is 12 turns. That's 4 hexes. If he throws the Shadow Ball right away, which he did, he's gonna need 5 more hexes for the next Shadow Ball. So I'm gonna outpace him to the move. We have a little bit of lag, but it was mutual, so it didn't matter. I outpaced to the Ice Punch. If he would have overcharged by 1 hex right there, he would have won CMP, and I think Shadow Ball probably KOs right there. Yeah, I could have just countered down the Skarm, so the game was over. He conceded. That's a good game. All right, next match. Charm Ninetales versus Lapras. Not great for my whole team. Deoxys probably has the best matchup here, but Surf definitely does damage. I should have probably thrown my Surf already. I'm hoping he throws Weather Ball, but he threw Psy Shock. Pretty bad. Probably a stupid call from me. I should have just shielded, gone for another Surf. Would have been way safer. He goes into Stunfisk as a good matchup for my Medi. I can just counter this down, hopefully. I think also with this team, I think you could also go like Bastiodon lead. It's probably more solid that way, like coverage-wise, because it's just better against the Charmers. But I really dislike playing Bastiodon. It's just a bit too rigid for me. It's slow to recharge moves. It's kinda it wins a lot of matchups very hard, but it also loses a lot of matchups very hard. So I prefer Lapras in that spot, a bit more flexible. Anyway, the match brings in his Ninetales. I kind of want to keep my Medicham alive. And I have a move on my Deoxys, so I'm just gonna fire it. I actually meant to throw the Thunderbolt right here, but I forgot what side it was on. That happens when you don't use a Pokemon very often. You forget what side your charge move is on, and then you throw the wrong one. It's still fine though. Luckily he has Obstagoon in the back, and I have 2 fighters to just counter this thing down. I got pretty lucky with the lineup right there, but I'll definitely take it. I think this Night Slash will probably KO, and then I just come into Medicham and finish him off with the counters. It's a good game. Yeah, Night Slash does absolutely nothing. All right, Azumarill lead. Good. Again, Medicham, XL Medicham does wins versus Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Azumarill. Oh, wow. Amazing catch from my opponent. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. He wasn't throwing his charge moves, so he swapped into Sableye. It's kind of bad because both of my mons in the back line lose to Sableye. So I have to stay in with Lapras. And also, both my mons aren't the best versus Azumarill. Though, as I was saying, Medicham can win versus Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Azumarill. And the matchup versus Play Rough Azumarill is like really close, which is quite nice. I threw my Surf right away there, but I should have farmed up more. He comes back in with Azumarill. I'm gonna no-shield this. I think I already know what's in the back. It's likely Marowak. It's the Azumarill double ghost line, which is just really strong against this line. And that brings me to my next point. I think currently in this meta, Medicham might not be the best. You know, there's a lot of Azu, and even though you can beat Hydro, Ice Beam, Play Rough is very tough. There's a lot of Marowak, there's a lot of Sableye, there's a lot of Charmers, there's a lot of Flyers, and Medicham really doesn't enjoy those. So I don't think Medicham is the play in the current meta. So if you want to use Medicham in GBR right now, I wouldn't advise. But building a XL Medicham for like a future meta is definitely worth it, in my opinion. I'm just gonna come with Medi right here. I'm expecting the Shadow Bone. I shield. Hopefully I can farm this Marowak down. Can I farm it down? No, I cannot, but I'll still survive this Shadow Bone. This is another matchup, by the way, where the extra bulk of Medicham really helps. Normally, Marowak versus Medicham is like a wash. Marowak just destroys, but XL Medicham actually has a lot of play versus Marowak still. But he still loses, of course. All right, I just got destroyed right there. GG. All right, Deoxys. It's a big problem for this line. Yeah, Deoxys is also risen in popularity, which is also a problem for Medicham. Though he can still do a lot of damage with like Ice Punches and Psychics. I bring in my own Deoxys right there. Just to go into the mirror. I can tank his moves just fine. I'm gonna throw a Thunderbolt right here, because if I throw Thunderbolt, I can just farm this Deoxys all the way down. If I threw Rock Slide, I would have definitely had to throw another one to KO. Rock Slide is better DP, but Thunderbolt is just slightly more damage, which really helps here. I'm just farming him down right now. End up with a bunch of energy. What is he gonna bring out? It's the Drifblim again. I just throw Rock Slide right here. If he shields, I can get to another one. Unless he throws his move, but I'm not expecting to throw a move. Yeah, I get to another Rock Slide. This will do some valuable chip damage to the balloon. Yeah, that does around 60%, which is quite nice. I go into the Lapras. I can farm him down. He's gonna throw a move right here though, and I got a call. Is it a Shadow Ball? It's an Icy Beam. I call Shadow Ball. It is the Shadow Ball. That's a really nice shield. I would probably still have tanked that, but like I'm Shadow, so I think it does like 50%, which is just a bit more damage than I want to take, especially since I have Medicham in the back. He really doesn't want to see the drift. All right, in comes a Lantern. Quite bad for Lapras, but I know Medicham can tank a Hydro just fine. So I go for the Skull Bash first, take a shield, then I go into Medi. Hopefully I survive this and I can get to the Psychic. I think I can. Yeah, that does absolutely nothing. The bulk of Medi really coming through right there. I go for the Psychic, which will do quite a bit of damage. Hopefully I can counter this down. Yes, and then I have an Ice Punch ready for the Drift, and he knows it's over. I think right there, again, XL Medi coming through. Regular Medi might have died to the Hydro and the Water Guns right there. So there definitely a case where it was worth it. Alright, I have another fun team to try out. Medicham, XL, Pelipper, and Galvantula. Use Galvantula or Pelipper as a safe swap to lure out like Stunfisk, Bastiodon, and then farm him down with Medi, and then go from there. Let's see how it goes. This team, I actually really enjoyed this team. I lead into Altaria right here, which is probably the hardest Pokemon to deal with. For this team, I have no direct answers, but Ice Punches really hurt. Altaria, I only need 2 to KO, so I'm gonna throw 2 and then probably dip. I'm gonna have to shield a move right here though. Sky Attack would definitely, I don't think it would kill from there still, but it would definitely hurt Medicham a lot. Just throw another Ice Punch, and then I'll go into Pelipper to farm him down. Counters don't do that much, but wing attacks definitely add up. I'm gonna have to take a Sky Attack right here though, which I can take. Altaria, not that high attack, so even Pelipper, very squishy mon, can take it. In comes the Ferrothorn. This is kind of what I want to see, because now I might be able to get some energy on Medicham. I let Pelipper go though, because I don't want to go shields down. Galvantula without shields, it's not that great, so I need to save shields for Galvantula ideally. Throw one Ice Punch. Really didn't do as much as I was hoping for, so now I do have to expand my shield. But now, in return for the shield, I got a bunch of energy, and energy on Medicham is really, really nice. Let's see what he comes in with. Comes in with Azumarill. Alright, I'll throw one Psychic, bring him into discharge range, but this is not a great, just because Azumarill can just get off a move, but he swaps to Altaria, so I decided to just farm this down. This was my window. I got pretty lucky right there. I got a bunch of farm, and now I can double discharge this Azumarill. If my opponent would have just stayed in Azumarill, he would have been able to play rough my Galvantula before I got to 2 moves, and I probably would have lost the game. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. You gotta make use of those small mistakes your opponent made. I think he died with a Sky Attack, so it was quite close. Quite a good attempt still. All right, in comes Zweiler's lead. He brings in Deoxys, which is pretty tough for this line. I should have swapped to Galvantula immediately, but now it's kind of rough because I don't want to swap into a Deoxys with a bunch of energy. I'll let him fire one move, and then I'll swap out to Galvantula, because then I'll be able to almost farm him down. Hopefully I can get to a lunge before he gets to a move, which I can. That's pretty nice. Lunge him here, but I think he's gonna get to 2 moves before I get to another one because he was overcharging. Yeah, I'll shoot this one just in case. Oh, I don't. All right, it's a risky move, but it's a Psycho Boost. It's a Psycho Boost, and he has another one. He has another one. At this point, I think I'm just gonna farm him all the way down because Galvantula with energy is very good. Yeah, I didn't want to waste my energy on the Deoxys right there. Seeing as he's debuffed, his counters do nothing. There's pretty much a free farm. And if he brings in the Zweilous again, I can just lunge. He brings in the Venusaur, which is really good for me. Because, I mean, he can take the lunges better than Zweilous can. But at least it's out of the way for my Pelipper and my Medicham, which kind of struggle with it. I bring in my Medicham, hoping to get off the final counter to kill him. But he swaps to Zweilous. Good for me, because now I can just get to 2 Ice Punches and finish him off. Zweilous, another really interesting Pokemon. I really want to use more, but yeah, and not great in this Medicham matchup. Though he is getting to the Body Slam. I think I make a mistake right here. I press on Galvantula. Definitely just go to Pelipper and we attack him down, but it's fine. The Venusaur is so low it can't get to a move, and I take the W. That's a good game. All right, bad lead. Pelipper into Medicham. I swap it to my own Pelipper. That's my safe swap. Yeah, he decides to stay in for a second. He's gonna build to Hurricane and I think Weather Ball. I'm expecting him to Hurricane right here, just to grab a shield. I'm just gonna Weather Ball, but he swaps out, and I luckily I didn't tap it yet, but I'm gonna throw the Weather Ball at the Deoxys. Anyway, 3 Weather Balls should be enough to kill, so I'm just gonna go straight Weather Ball, though it was kind of tempting to go Hurricane right there. If I would have Hurricaned right there, I would have also taken him out. He's no shields again. He's calling all my moves, going for another Weather Ball. This would almost KO, so it decides to shield, smart shield by my opponent, and right here I just let this go. This is a lot of farm for Medicham. Medicham versus Deoxys is in favor of Deoxys, but since he's so low, and the charge moves really don't do that much. Like, at most, I'm gonna get hit by a Thunderbolt and a Psycho Boost, or 2 Psycho Boosts. And I can definitely tank those. He doesn't get to the Psycho Boost. I have a bunch of energy. In comes the Pelipper. I'm just gonna go for the Psychic, take him out potentially. Or yeah, get him down really low, alright? Farm down with Galv. In comes the Bastiodon, which is not great for Galv, and my Medicham is already almost in Flamethrower range, so what I decided to do is I decided to lunge, because my Galvantula is going to go down here, and I don't want this Flamethrower to risk killing my Medicham, so I lunge there. Now the Flamethrower won't get even close to KOing Medicham. I can safely farm down, even if he gets to 2 Flamethrowers right here, I should be 100% fine. I just counter him down. Is he gonna get to another Flamethrower? No, he doesn't. That's really good for me. That's a good game. All right, another bad lead. Hypno into Medicham. This is a tough one because Hypno, I think, wins versus all 3 of my Pokemon. Takes out Medicham in all shoot scenarios. Takes out Pelipper with Thunder Punches. and just the confusions add up. And also Galvantula loses in the 2-shield scenario because the confusions just do too much. I'm expecting a punch right there. But it's a Shadow Ball, which is so bad. I threw Psychic there, by the way. Ice Punch is slightly more energy efficient, but Psychic just does a bit more damage, which I preferred right there. Because I was gonna reach another Ice Punch anyway if he didn't throw the ball, that is. Anyway, bringing in Galv, he brings in Scrafty, which is really interesting. Does he have another? Does he have a better answer to Scrafty in the back? I'm thinking it might be the double Dark team, so Umbreon in the back, which be all right for my squad. Though that Hypno is still a problem. I'm just gonna swap with the Pelipper right here, tank the Foul Play, because Pelipper can tank it slightly better. It's just a Power Punch though, which is really good for me. Does nothing. In comes Azumarill. I just go straight for the Hurricane right here. I don't want to risk him no-shielding a Weather Ball. And if he shoots this, I can still get to another one because I have a slight energy advantage. He no-shoots this though, that's huge. I'm just going to go for the Weather Ball right here. No need to go for the Hurricane at this point. I can just chip him down with Weather Balls. He realizes that it's just a Weather Ball, so no shoots. That's a smart no-shoot by my opponent. Get hit by an Ice Beam. Doesn't do that much, as you can see. I'll throw Weather Ball. I'm thinking he's gonna shield, but I also have some energy on Galv, so it might not be worth it for him. Yeah, I think he was hoping to farm down my Pelipper with Azu and then take me out, but that wasn't possible. I could just swap out and take him out, so that's a good game. Anyway, that was it for XL Medi. Again, it's definitely an upgrade from regular Medicham, because it's just way more bulky. But I think either Medicham doesn't really fit that well in the meta, so not a necessity. Though it's good, it's not a necessity for GBL, so just make your own choice. If you want to make an XL, spend your resources wisely, and have a good day, everyone.